Hi there, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the backyard and I'm going to give you a little backyard garden tour for the month of February. It is forecasted to pour down rain for the next several weeks with a little mix of wintry mix. So I'm doing this tour a little bit early. I'll still be doling it out over the month of February, but I'm just trying to get out here before the weather really hits, and I can feel the atmosphere like kind of shifted just a few minutes ago. The wind keeps kicking up and it got a little darker, so it's definitely time to just quickly look at the garden before it's in rain and we can't get out here comfortably. Not a whole lot going on, but I still love to share what is happening on the Oregon coast in a Zone 9A in the middle of February. So the garden looks pretty quiet right now. We do have lots of bulbs coming up in our raised beds, which is exciting. We get to enjoy this beautiful maple in the wintertime. It just has this really great structure that anchors the garden during this time of year when everything looks kind of quiet. We do have some hellebores coming up out of the ground. Not a ton of flower power just yet, but we have a little bit of color. There's a purple hellebore there, and we've got some white ones opening up back there, and then we have this one that we recently planted right here with these beautiful dark purpley burgundy flowers. And then over here we have this one, kind of has a white back and a green face if we flipped it over, but hard to get to back there. And geesh, I don't know that there's much of anything else to look at. More hellebores over here, some purple ones and like pinky white ones, still budded up, not really ready to show off just yet. And our cyclamen has started to bloom. You can see a little purple flower down there. And then this one right here has a red flower. Let's see if I can get it in the frame. A little red flower right there. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. My pansies are putting on a little bit of growth. They're looking a little bit fresh. I had cut back the dead stalks, but the plants themselves are kind of coming back after sleeping for a couple of months. So that's kind of exciting to see, because these are, well, actually they're violas, not pansies, but same difference. They're violas I grew from seed last winter, and this one is even recently bloomed. We missed it, but there was a bloom on there. How fun. All right, and then the rest of the garden, we'll just go over here really quick and look at this camellia, because this will be the first thing that really blooms in the backyard here, and she has so many buds all over her. But since I'm filming this early February, I don't expect it to be open for maybe 2 or 3 more weeks. So definitely by our March tour, we'll be able to see it. And if she's in full bloom before the March tours, I'll make sure that I just capture her in full bloom and share her, you know, on another video at some other point. And then of course we have our climbing rose. This is an old-fashioned climbing rose that was here when we moved in, and I've just taken care of it, and it has so many buds. It's been blooming all winter. It's gonna continue blooming. Look at that little cluster right up there. It looks so fresh and beautiful. Isn't that so amazing? I just feel so blessed to be in a space where we have roses in the wintertime. Okay, everything else is dormant, but we're gonna pop up into the greenhouse and just see what's going on in there. And in the video, I felt some raindrops, and the greenhouse I'm gonna talk about in just a moment, because we need to do some rearranging, because we are about to bring our seeds out here for the winter, or for the spring, right? So let's take a look at what we have going on in here. So here in the greenhouse, I've been storing a bunch of perennials because I moved their location. They're getting moved into new locations for the spring, and I wanted to keep them over winter, but I've taken over my greenhouse and I don't have any room for seed trays. So this is ranunculus that were pre-sprouting. Only a few of them came up, but I'm still seeing a couple that are maybe gonna come up anyway. This I'll be able to easily transplant. They're just going into these little pots right here. So I should be able to get rid of that seed tray pretty quickly. The rest of these are verbenas up here, and they just keep blooming through the season, which is so fun. Actually, this is Biden's and blooming, and then you know, more of these. This is a verbena, and it's got a flower head on it. So these guys are gonna have to get scrunched somewhere. I need to cut this back and see if it'll start growing again. I don't know. It feels like it will, because it feels really rooted in, and it still feels really pliable. It's just looking a little ratty, because even in the greenhouse it's getting cooler temperatures. We've got a flowering maple, which is just, it just keeps blooming. It's been blooming for months and months and months. It's super fun. But yeah, it's just, I've got to consolidate or scrunch things together, just like figure out a way to get these guys looking better. Look, it looks like something's getting to this one. Doesn't look very happy in comparison. Like, it was looking this good not too long ago. Is it dried out? I don't know. It looks, well, we'll see if it comes back. I have had these out in the landscape before, and they do kind of melt in the cold weather, and then they flush back out. They just look a lot better. Like, this one has a bunch of new growth all over it. They just look a lot better right now because they've been in the greenhouse. It seems to like have more sun or what. And then same with the Diachondra Silver Falls. This is a hit or miss. Sometimes it comes back, sometimes it doesn't. But I think if I put it on a tray, I can consolidate it a little bit more. These sedums all can go into like a little basket that I can plant out. Anyway, it's just, we've got to get some, we've got to get some order in here so that I could get the spring flowering seed trays out here, because many of the seeds that we've planted over the last month have come up in their seed trays. They're a couple inches tall, and I'm waiting for them to get true leaves before I bring them out here, but it won't be very long, and I want to get them out here and start making more room for more seeds to get started inside. This greenhouse is not heated. It is not, there's no air circulating through it other than what we do manually. So it's still a little bit of a challenge growing out here in the wintertime. I mostly have this greenhouse. It's basically like a giant cold frame. And so it's really great to harden off my seedlings. But my reason for having this greenhouse is so that I could grow hot or plants that need hot weather, like tomatoes and bell peppers and eggplants in the summertime. So anyway, and my indicator is that this flowering maple is still going, and I wasn't expecting it to last through the winter, but it has. I think this is the second winter, so no, it's the first. It has lasted the winter, so it must not be getting too terribly cold, but with the wintry mix coming, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've had just a couple of days of 31, 32 degree weather, and it's supposed to dip down to 30 and stay in that lower 30 temperature range for 5 or 6 days. So we haven't had a sustained low temperature like that yet in this experience with this greenhouse with plants in it yet. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, anyway, I do have a digital thermometer that I want to get out here pretty soon, like tomorrow, to kind of monitor and have a better understanding of what's happening out here, even when I'm not, coming out here every day and checking on things. So it's all a learning curve, but it's been exciting growing in here all winter, and it does give me a space to kind of dream and get excited about the coming season. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you are celebrating your life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.